My name is Suzanne Garcia Mateus. I am in the College of Education and in the Department of Education and Leadership. The COIL course I taught was Ed 612, Pedagogy for Linguistically Diverse Students at Cal State University, Monterey Bay. There were several things that made me interested in being a part of the COIL program. One of them is the opportunity to engage and talk with other people from other countries, from other cultures, particularly because I never got to as an undergraduate student. And so I really wanted to offer that opportunity for my students, even as an introduction to study abroad. The other reason I wanted to do it is because we were in a global pandemic and my students had to interview what we call an English learner, or what I prefer, a bilingual student. And so this gave them the opportunity to do that. So it really supplemented my course in a positive way. One of the things that we do is we pair students up in groups of 4. And what they are asked to do is to complete 4 activities. An icebreaker, and they create a flip grid, and they share something about themselves, what they like to do, where they live. It's very short. And then we also ask them to interview each other as a final activity. And that interview is supposed to fulfill part of the assignment for interviewing a bilingual student in my course. One of the biggest takeaways was that on both ends, our students gained a new perspective of either North America or Mexico. I heard more from my students, and one of the things that I learned is that they realized that the media really stereotypes Mexico. But also for the students in Mexico, one of the things they said is kind of the same thing, like, wow, like y'all see us a certain way in the media, but we're really not that way. Like we have metropolitan cities, there's a diversity of food, so on and so forth. I think one piece of advice that really helped me, other than being reflective about cultural differences, even when it comes to teaching, and having understanding towards that, was that the professor and I in Mexico, we got together, like I said earlier, about once a week for about 3 to 4 weeks, and really planned out our activities to make sure that they were aligning with our individual course goals. I have never done an international virtual exchange. This was my first time. And I really, as a professor, had a great experience with it. I plan on continuing to do COIL every semester because I think it's it can be super impactful or make a very positive impression